Mark Mitchell is Police Minister with us this morning. Minister, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Ryan.
Hey, very quickly, do you have any further updates on this police officer?
So the Commissioner and I met with him yesterday and spent some time with him. Obviously he's still deeply in the recovery phase. He's still got some more surgery to have. But he was talking to us, and it was a chance for us to just reflect how brave his actions were, what an outstanding job he'd done, and just reassure him that we're looking after his family and making sure that the police have got support around his entire family.
Minister, this farmer that the Herald has spoken to and other witnesses who've come forward and spoken to media in the last couple of days saying, hey, we saw him, we called the police, 2 days later we got a follow-up.
Yeah, I'm not going to comment on that. The police they've had a really robust investigation going for several years now. The only thing I would say is that any members of the public that feel like they do have information that would assist or help the ongoing police investigations, and there's 4 of them currently underway, please come forward and with that information for police, because they are obviously trying to create as big a picture as they can. They've been very clear that they're very focused on any people that may have been enabling Phillips to continue to elude police and keep his children in a situation that I think the whole country agrees was totally unacceptable.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have any more information on what the children have been doing for the last 4 years? You know, how they've been surviving, what they've been eating? Have you been given detail on that?
So I had a fairly in-depth briefing yesterday. You can see the sort of conditions that they've been subjected to and living to, which was completely suboptimal. I do know that they weren't in school. So they haven't had access to any form of education. That they've been deprived of friends, broader family networks. Like I said yesterday, I just completely condemn Tom Phillips as a father in terms of he seems to have prioritised himself and not his children. And although it's a complete tragedy, if there's something positive to have come out of this situation, it's the fact that those children are now safe.
The firearms issue, Minister, how do you get that many? Do you know how many firearms, first of all, and where he got them?
I don't know the exact number. I know that it's several, and the police are obviously working through that as part of the investigation. And yes, you're absolutely right. They will want to know how he sourced and where those firearms came from.
Solo rural policing, is it too dangerous?
No, I don't think so. Look, our rural police officers do an outstanding job. They're deeply involved in the communities that they live and work with. It's a different style of policing, hugely interactive with the community. They're normally experienced police officers. They're able to make tactical decisions themselves in terms of whether they want to deal with a situation or wait for backup or have backup there with them. Those sort of decisions have been made around the country, tens of thousands of times, every year. So, no, our rural police officers have got an important role to play. Certainly this government, we want to see rural police officers. We want to continue to see a model where it's not so much centralised but decentralised with police officers out in their communities. We think that is the most effective way of policing.
Minister, we are going to speak to the Commissioner, Richard Chambers, just after 7:30. But before you go, I wanted to quickly get your take on this. I spoke to Jane Searle from Kids Matters on Early Edition on News Talk ZB this morning. She says it's time that we stop talking about Tom Phillips and the kids. Have a listen to this.
I think it's understandable why this has been such a big story, but these children are not public property. We do not have to know everything about them and about their lives. All we need to know is that they're safe and that they're well, and it's really a question of social responsibility.
Do you think we need to move on from this?
Well, I think there's a very high level of public interest in this, but I certainly agree with the sentiment around it's about the children, making sure that the children are safe now and they're given the safest pathway forward in terms of their own rehabilitation and integration back into, society.